Steve, how refreshing is it to have one of these games where you can clear the bench at the end and kind of cruise a little bit?
Yeah, that was fun. That was probably the most fun I've had watching our team play all year. It's just so many great individual performances and fun to see, some of the guys who don't play much get out there and do well. And it's definitely a feel-good night for our team.
What'd you think of Point Poole? He seemed to be moving the ball really well tonight.
I thought Jordan was magnificent. One of the best games I've ever seen him play. He just was so under control. I think the first half he controlled the half without really scoring much at all. Clay was dominating, obviously, with his shot, but Jordan was controlling the game, just running the show and taking care of the ball. And then, of course, he started scoring in the second half when that presented itself. But he was brilliant all night.
Did you think the team kind of relaxed once they saw Clay being Clay? I mean, to give up 37 points in the first quarter didn't look great, but then Clay starts getting hot. Did you feel that was kind of like everybody just took the energy from Clay?
For sure, yeah. I mean, we feed off Clay all the time, but in particular on a night like tonight where we're down early and giving up a lot of points, and I thought OKC really came out and hit us in the mouth right away. 9-2 right out of the gate. You could tell they were playing with a lot of energy and pace, and Clay just kept us in it early with his shot making and allowed us to kind of find our groove.
Steve, what's it like when, you've seen it before, obviously, but when Clay starts making shots from wherever and no matter what the angle or whatever, what's it like watching that in action and they all seem to be going in?
It's just fun. It's, that's when the crowd really gets into it. You can just feel the game changing, as he starts making those shots. The crowd starts to anticipate every possession. The game starts to open up because they have to pay more and more attention to him. And, when he gets in a zone like that, it's something special to watch.
Steve, there was a time where you probably wouldn't have played starters in that fourth quarter, but it felt like you were, maybe trying to figure out when to clear the bench. Like, how tough was it deciding how long to ride guys and when to go in?
These days a 20-point lead can go like that just with all the three-point shooting. So you just you don't mess around. We're also looking at combinations too going forward. We're going to be without Steph, the next few games, and so we got to make sure we're ready for Portland and the games coming up after that. And we're looking at different combinations and different rotations. So got to keep playing.
Steve, I know you said that you guys are all optimistic in how you guys can do even without Steph, but what does a win like this, a dominant one like this, do for you guys, knowing that you'll be without Steph?
This is a confidence booster for sure. To play without him, but to see the performance of the team and the amazing individual performances we got. As I said, it was a feel-good game for a lot of people, and that just really fuels everybody. So hopefully we can keep that going.
You had coming in the starting lineup. Obviously, started not so great, but they did settle it down, and they played very well in the start of the second half. What was the idea there, and might you stick with this?
The idea was just to get a little more spacing. Without Steph, it's tougher to play two bigs together with Draymond and Loon. Steph's the guy who takes care of spacing and sort of negates any spacing issues that you have offensively with his shot making. Clay too, of course. But we just thought without Steph, we'd start JK and then bring Loon off the bench just to give us a little more spacing and scoring punch offensively.
What are you seeing for JaMychal that's been so different, and why he's been so effective now as opposed to the first month or so?
Well, I think, I didn't do a great job with him early in the season, putting him in positions to succeed. And I think now our rotation is much more settled. I think he feels much more comfortable with the group around him. And our bench play in general has just gotten much better since early in the year. So as that has happened, as guys like Dante and Ty Jerome and J.K. have solidified roles, J. Mike has really kind of settled in along with them.